Hello and welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negropian. In today's video we are going to complete the second part of the psychology behind Art Cathey. So today we're going to try and decipher what it is exactly what Art Cathey has, if she has anything at all. Okay. I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, share and click the bell notification, and we're going to get stuck into this. So in part one we went through how Art Cathey and other YouTubers, how they use passive aggressive behavior along with reverse psychology in order to get people to part with their money. Okay, everybody, actually a lot of them do reverse psychology. I'm not even going to tell you the names of these people, right? But I'm going to tell you how they start. So they normally start by being really nice to you, and then in the middle of their conversation they'll tell you that they do not want their money. We don't want your money. Do not send any money here. Don't do that. That is reverse psychology. There is a bunch of YouTubers who do that, and I'm not going to say no names. We now realize that she is not a neurotypical, as they would say, okay, because she shows all the signs that she is having some form of antisocial personality disorder. Okay, so what are the signs that you have some form of disorder? I've got it right here on the laptop, and I'm going to go through the list. There's 7 of them, and if you have, I'm going to tell you right after the list. I'm going to let you know something, right? So, number 1 is a grandiose sense of self-importance. Does she have that? I don't think we can tell by just watching her videos. Okay. So I can't answer that one. However, if we go into this, lives in a fantasy world that supports their delusions of grandeur. I think that's definitely a C for sure. Needs constant praise and admiration. Now this is part of what we was talking about in part 1 of this video. How she sort of turns once you have any type of disagreement with her. So I would say she definitely has that. Okay, a sense of entitlement, definitely. I think anybody that runs any type of scheme will inevitably have a form of self-entitlement for sure. They will see themselves as being more important than everybody else. Okay, exploits others without guilt or shame. I'm not even going to say anything about that. Frequently demeans, intimidates, bullies or belittles others. Okay, so if you're a narcissist, you need to have at least 4 of those. At least 4 of those symptoms. And we don't know, but it looks like she has the majority of them, if not possibly all of those symptoms. But you only need 4 to be a certified sociopath. That is scary. So what is the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath? A psychopath is, I know a lot of people think, oh wow, psychopath. They think about someone getting stabbed and stuff. It's not that bad, actually. A lot of people have psychopathic type way of thinking, and those people are normally people who are in power, people who are in control, people who need to be in control. Judges, a lot of surgeons, most surgeons will have this inside their mind. I think you need to have some form of psychopathic tendency inside your mind to be able to just open up a child and fix a child's insides and just come out again like nothing happened and go home. like nothing happened, like it's another day on the job. So a lot of people have this psychopathic tendency, but they use it for good. Okay, so they get along in the world pretty fine, but every now and again, ching, ching, ching. The difference between a psychopath and a sociopath are very, very small. Okay, so a psychopath is like a sociopath. They have all 7 of these traits. Okay, but psychopaths have no feeling. They have no ability to have a relationship. It's extremely difficult for them to do so. A lot of them have relationships, but they're unable to really feel within that relationship, if you know what I mean. They have a different way of looking at love. Love is more of a give and take, like an exchange, like a business exchange to them. It doesn't mean anything to them except what it looks like on the outside world. But like I said before, many professionals, politicians, and surgeons will have this tendency, this psychopathic tendency. But like I said, they live virtuous lives. They live wholesome, virtuous lives. Sometimes, and most of the times actually, they are quite successful at what they do. So sociopaths are slightly different. So sociopaths are able to have some form of feeling and channel these feelings, and they struggle in life. They travel a lot. They're unable to hold down steady jobs over long periods of time. They're unable to hold down a long-term relationship. They are normally promiscuous within that relationship. Sociopaths, they have all this all combined into one. If you find somebody who is like that, it's highly likely that they are sociopath. Okay, someone who is able to look you in the eye and lie to you with every breath they can muster without feeling any guilt or any remorse for anything. They have this. So I think, I'm not a psychologist, but like I said before in the first video, I've been in a relationship with a sociopath. I've been in a relationship with a narcissistic sociopath, and it was a nightmare. It was the worst time of my life, easily. So all I can say is, these are the warning signs. Please guys, take care. I think I remember somebody telling me in the comment section that she has some sort of multi-personality disorder, and you could be right, because most sociopaths are, for all intents and purposes, actors. They are not themselves most of the times that you see them. They are not themselves. They become somebody else. This is the reason why when everybody was meeting her face to face, she was withdrawn. She was quiet. That's because she's calculating. And she doesn't want her persona to be distorted in another person's mind. So she shuts up and goes back and watches and learns and listens and sees what that person wants, how to approach that person, and which personality is going to be the best one to get what she wants out of that person. Let's look at what she's done. She has taken the money of people, some of which have worked their entire lives, and she has misappropriated those funds. Yes, she can take a look at this video and she can try and sue me. Go ahead, knock yourself out. We know what's coming. Someone who has not antisocial personality disorder will have no empathy. Zero empathy. And I think somebody who is able to take money from people of her own kin so she can line her own pockets, I think that's a classic example of a person that has zero empathy. Right now, she's not with her child, she's away from her child. And I don't know who made that decision to do that, but it is the absolute best decision. Because right now, whilst her child is around this age, going through that development stage of that child's own personality, someone with a toxic, destructive personality like Art Cathey could easily damage that child for the rest of his life. So does this mean she has no responsibility because she has some form of antisocial personality disorder? No, because while she has this disorder, having this disorder doesn't take away that responsibility from you as a human being, because even when you have that disorder, you can still tell what is right from wrong. She simply lacks the inclination to exert control over her own conduct. But guys, listen, I didn't want to end it there, okay, because it's not all doom and gloom, okay? Some people who have antisocial personality disorder live virtuous lives. We have already established that at the beginning of this video. So many people have problems trying to please a narcissist who is essentially a person who cannot be pleased. However, one thing she does have is a very strong, loving family. And this family, for whatever you may think, these people are very good people, and they can lead Art Cathey from the dark into the light. Because she has that stability back home in Tennessee, there is always hope for her. There's always hope for her because she can reverse most of the things that she's done, okay? So she's not a lost cause. All she needs to do is try and take control of her own ego, swallow her pride. Apologize to the Gambian people. What have you got to lose? The only thing you're going to look like is virtuous to the vast majority of the people, including your fans who already support you already. Struck a payment plan to give back all those people, those investors, their money back over time. 30,000 subscribers, more like 130,000 subscribers you'd have, because people are like that. People are good people in general, right? I know I would definitely support you in doing this too. So I'm going to leave it there for Art Cathey, but guys, if any of you guys went through the list that I just went through, and if any of you guys are looking at yourself and asking yourself whether you are a sociopath or a psychopath yourself, you don't have to worry, because sociopaths and psychopaths would never think that way. They lack the ability to have some introspective of themselves. So if you've already questioned yourself, it is highly likely you don't have it. However, if you did watch what I just made and then said, he's talking rubbish, absolute rubbish, well, I don't have anything like that, well, I'm sorry. Well, that's it from me from today. I hope you enjoyed this two-part series. I've got some other videos coming up as well that I'm going to have to break down, simply because I don't want to put these half an hour videos out on YouTube. I think it's better for you guys if you take these in little bite-sized chunks. So please keep watching this space and think twice. Ta-ra a bit.